Students, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
So let's start. So our today's topic of discussion is going to be Chapter 9, Sequence and Series. The previous chapters, miscellaneous problems, I'm leaving it to you. You have to work. If you have doubts, you can get back.
I have a doubt in miscellaneous.
Okay.
The first question from yesterday's homework.
From yesterday's homework.
First question on the screen.
1 minute. So applications. In miscellaneous, sir?
Yes, sir.
So problem number?
1, sir.
This is the one which I'm displaying.
No, sir.
In exercise, the first problem. Huh?
Yes, sir. Miscellaneous exercise first. Sir.
This one.
And this one, sir.
Find A, B, and N in the expansion of A plus B the whole power N if the first three terms of the expansion are 729, 7290, and 30375 respectively. Okay. Find A, B, and N. So three unknowns, you need three equations. The given expansion is A plus B the whole power N. If the first three terms of the expansion, so T1 is 729, T2 is 7290, term 3 is 30375. So T1 is what? NC naught A power N B power 0. This is 729. Similarly, NC1 A power N minus 1 B power 1 is 7290. T3 is
A power N minus 2.
NC2 A power N minus 2 B square, that is 30375. Okay. So NC naught into A power N is 729. So A power N is 729 because NC naught is 1.
Yes,
Similarly, what is NC1? NC1 is N. N into A power N minus 1 into B is 7290. NC2 is N into N minus 1 divided by 2 into A power N minus 2 into B square is equal to 30375. So you can divide the combinations and then try to solve.
To take two separate cases and divide, sir.
Yeah, you can
And
divide
then
these two. Yes, you have to do, if you do the division, then you will get certain relations. So based on the relations, you can compare and do it.
Okay, sir.
Will you try?
I'll try, sir.
Yeah, try. Still, if you don't get, let me know.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, how many problems did I ask you to solve? First 7, right?
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt, guys? No doubts. Okay, miscellaneous, I'm leaving it to you. You people solve. So we are going to start the next chapter, that is sequences and series. Okay. So there's not something different from what you have learned last year. Here there are two terms that are involved. One is sequences and the other term is series. So what are the difference between both? So sequence means arrangement of numbers in a pattern. If I change the word numbers, I can say arrangements of objects in a pattern. Okay. So if you have certain objects, you arrange them in a particular pattern, we can call it as sequence. There will be some specific rule that is existing between them. Series means sum of numbers in sequence. Okay. So sequence means arrangements of objects in a particular pattern. Mostly here the objects are going to be numbers. Series means sum of those numbers which are already in sequence. Okay. So based on the pattern, the types of sequences that we are going to study are arithmetic progression and geometric progression. So these are the two patterns we are going to study, arithmetic and geometric. Okay. So you would have learned arithmetic progressions last year. It is the same thing again, nothing new. Only thing we are going to see the proof and everything of how those formulae have come. That's it. Okay. So let's see. Few problems. Okay. So the first exercise, if you see the first exercise, it is just like you have to substitute the number and then solve it. So I'll explain what it means. See. Write the first three terms in each of the following sequences defined by the following. Wait. I'll explain with examples itself. See. Write the first three numbers in each of the following. What are they asking? The important word to be underlined here is sequences defined by the following. Why they are calling it as sequence is because if you substitute the consecutive numbers into them, you will get different numbers which follow a particular pattern. For example, if I look at the first problem, an is equal to 2n plus 5. They're asking the first three terms. So if I want a1, if I call a1 as the first term, then what should I do? Wherever n is there, I will put 1 there. So it will be 2 into 1 plus 5, that will be 7. Similarly, if I ask you what is a2, 2 into 2 plus 5, that is 4, 9. a3 is what? 2 into 3 plus 5, 6 plus 5, 11. So the first three numbers of the sequence, according to the condition they have given us, is 7, 9, 11. Are you guys able to understand? So this is a sequence which you people already know. This is a sequence which you already know. What sequence is it?
Arithmetic sequence.
Yes, it is arithmetic progression. Because the difference between the consecutive numbers is a constant. 9 minus 7, 2. 11 minus 9, 2. Okay. So to put it in very simple terms, this 2n plus 5 is called as the general term. So what they are trying to do is, they have already given you the general term. You just need to substitute different values in the general term and find out the numbers in the sequence. That's it. In a similar way. If I look at the second problem, an is equal to n minus 3 divided by 4, which implies what is a1? 1 minus 3 by 4 minus half. a2 is 2 minus 3 by 4, which is minus 1 by 4, which is 0. So what are the first three numbers? Minus half, minus 1 by 4, and 0. If you observe them, this also follows geometric progression. Sorry, arithmetic progression. What is the difference between the numbers? Minus 1 by 4 plus half. It is 1 by 4. 0 minus of minus 1 by 4. It is 1 by 4. It is still arithmetic progression. Are you guys able to understand this? And the way we substitute different numbers in the place of n is what is mathematical induction. I told you, this the chapter is removed from your syllabus.
Yes, sir.
So it is, what you are doing is nothing but mathematical induction. You just substitute the values and find out. Got it? Shall I move on? This is a very simple thing, right? Can we go a little fast? You can do along with me. You need not wait for me. So they're asking, what is the 20th term of the sequence? So n is given. So if you want the 20th term, put n is equal to 20. A20 is equal to 19 into minus
18 plus into 23.
So multiply everything, that will give you the answer. That will give you the 20th term. That's it. So multiplication part, I'm leaving it to you. Moving on to the next one. Let the sequence A and B as follows. A1 is 1. Okay. A1 is 1. An is equal to an minus 1 plus 2 for all values of n that is greater than or equal to 2. So since A1 is given, if you want A2, this 2 should be substituted in this place. So A2 will be equal to A2 minus 1 plus 2. That will be A1 plus 2. What is A1?
1.
That's right. So A3 will be A3 minus 1 plus 2. So A3 minus 1 is A2 plus 2. What is A2? 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. Similarly, what is A4? A4 minus 1 plus 2. That will be A3 plus 2. Substitute this. So what will be the required sequence? One, 3,
All
5.
odd numbers.
All. Yes, that's right. It's not odd. No, all you cannot say all. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, all odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. Next one. So I'll do 2 more problems and I'll move on to the next one. An is equal to n into n plus 2. So what is A1? 1 into 3, 3. A2, 2 into 4, 8. A3, 3 into 5, 15. It keeps on going like this. So 3, 8, 15, so on. So this is the sequence. This is not an arithmetic progression.
Yes.
So what will be the next number?
24, sir.
So if you observe, the sequence will be 3 on 24. It keeps on going like this, right? So what is the difference
Difference is
between 5?
increasing by 2, sir.
Yeah. What is the difference? Difference is 5.
7
Difference
and 9.
9. The differences of all these numbers are in arithmetic progression. The numbers are not in arithmetic progression, but the difference between those numbers are in arithmetic progression. Okay. So an is equal to an plus 1. So a1 is 1 by 2. A2 is 2 by 3. A3 is 3 by 4. A4 is 4 by 5. It keeps on going like this. Okay. So I hope you can solve this exercise. You have to just substitute the numbers and then do it. Let's not waste much time on this. Okay. Shall I move on to the next exercise then?
Yes, sir.
Now listen. So the next exercise is arithmetic progression. So What do you mean by arithmetic progression? So if I give you a sequence, if a sequence A1, A2, A3, so on till AN are said to be in arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression under what scenario? When the difference between
Consecutive.
Yeah, or we can say successive numbers. The difference between the successive numbers or consecutive is a better word. Difference between consecutive numbers is always what? Always a constant. And the constant is called what? Common difference. And the common difference is represented by the symbol D. Are you clear with this? So if you have a sequence A1, A2, A3, so on till AN, they are said to be an arithmetic sequence or arithmetic progression. When the difference between the consecutive numbers is always a constant, and the constant is called as the common difference. So I'm going to express it like this mathematically. If A1 or if the first term in the arithmetic progression is A and common difference is D. Okay, then observe. Then I can say A1 as A. Then what will A2 be? What will A2 be?
A plus
To the first number, you need to add it. Yes, A3 will be A2 plus D, correct? A2 is nothing but A plus D. So A plus D will give me A plus 2D. What is A4? A4 will be A3 plus D, that will be A plus 2D plus D, that will be A plus 3D. Accepted? So it keeps on going like this. Then what will AN be? So this is also a branch of algebra. This is also from the branch algebra. So I told you in algebra what are you supposed to do? You have to frame the general term based on observation. So when it is A1, it is A plus 0D. Can I write this as A plus 1 minus 1 into D? This one can be written as A plus 2 minus 1 into D. This one can be written as A plus 3 minus 1 into D. This can be written as A plus 4 minus 1 into D. It keeps on going like this. So when the number here is 1, in the difference, the first term is that particular number. If it is 2, it is 2 here. If it is 3, it is 3 here. If it is 4, it is 4 here. Then what will be the nth term?
plus n minus 1
First
into D.
term, n minus 1 into D. So this you would have learned last year. So nth term in the arithmetic progression is given as A plus n minus 1 into D. But I hope you understood the logic. So this is called as the nth term of an arithmetic progression. Is it clear? Make a note of it. Done, guys? Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to hear me? Had some network issue. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope you all copied the sequence till the general term. I hope you have copied till this step.
Yes, sir. Copied, sir.
Okay. Now we will see sum of terms or sum of n terms in arithmetic progression. So you know the answer for this also. What is Sn? N by 2 into
2a plus n minus 1.
2a
yes 2a plus n minus 1 into t, or Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l also. Means it is the first term plus the last term. You can write either of them. I hope you have learned both, right? Yes or no? Now the question is, how did it come? How do we know that this is the sum? How do we derive this? Who can tell me the logic?
For what, sir?
How did we get this Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into 2? How do you know? Where did this formula come from?
So we add everything, like for example, a plus b plus a plus 2d plus a plus 3d up till a
You add
up till the
everything, you will
last.
get this. Okay. Then, see, I'm going to show you the proof. So Sn is going to be a plus d plus a plus 2d plus so on till
A plus n minus 1 into d.
okay. So if I go according to your logic, a should be added with itself how many times?
And
Okay. Then d is getting added with itself. So if I take out d common, then I will have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on till n. Now tell me, what is the sum of the first n natural numbers? Did you learn a formula for it? Even if you have learnt a formula for that, that formula should come only from some of the n terms in the arithmetic progression. Rohan, you are able to understand?
Yes, sir.
But this is not the formula we are using, no? We are using a simplified version, n by 2 into something like 2a plus n minus 1 into d. The question is, how did that come actually? Okay. So if you do it in this way, we are not going to get it. Now what we will do is, so listen to me. Let first term be a and common difference be d. Okay. Sum of n terms is going to be a plus, second term is a plus d, third term is a plus 2d plus so on. What will be the nth term? N minus 1 into d. Okay. Now see, I'm writing the same sum of n numbers in the reverse order. In the sense, a plus n minus 1 into d as the first term, plus what would have been the term before a plus n minus 1 into d?
A plus
Minus
n
2D.
Yes, it would have been a plus n minus 2 into d. What would have been the term before this? A plus n minus 3 into d. And what will be the last term in this sequence?
A.
It will be a. So try to understand, guys. A comma a plus d comma a plus 2d is sequence. Okay. If two numbers are separated by a comma, it is a sequence. If two numbers are separated by a plus symbol, it is a series. Okay. So what I have actually written here is the series of the sequence. Am I clear? So Sn and Sn, if you add, what will you get? 2 times Sn is equal to, add the corresponding terms. When I add a to a plus 2d, I will get it as 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Is it right? A plus a, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. A plus d and a plus n minus 2 into d. A plus a is 2a. N minus 2 into d plus d is n minus 1 into
1
d.
into.
Plus the third term, a plus 2d plus a plus n minus 3 into d. So
Will also
a
give A
plus
plus.
a will be the same thing. It will be 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What will be the last term? A plus n minus 1 into d plus a.
2A plus n minus 1 into.
So 2 times Sn is equal to, you are adding 2a plus n minus 1 into d with itself n times. So what will Sn be? Now I clear how it came. So this is the proof behind. So nobody will ask you the proof, but when you're learning something, you should always ensure you know the proof of it, because if you forget in the exam hall, it will help you to derive it. Okay. So there is another formula also. N by 2 into 2a, you can write it as a plus a. So what is this a plus n minus 1 into d? It is the last term. A is the first term. So it will be n by 2 into first term plus last term. So you can use either of the formula. Just confirm if you are able to understand or not. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So make a note of both. There is one formula, there is another formula. So, should I move on to the next part?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So others also? Now listen. So I'm going to introduce another term which you would have not learned actually. This would have not been in your syllabus last year. It is called as arithmetic mean. So now what we are going to see is called as arithmetic mean. So you know what is the mean of numbers, right? If I give you 5 numbers, if I ask you what is the mean of them, what will you do? So let's say I'm giving you numbers 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. I'm asking you what is the mean of it. What will you do?
Add all and divide by 5.
And divide by
So
number of
do 1
terms.
sorry, by 5. So this is what is called as mean. The other name for mean is average. Right? So this mean, what you are doing is nothing but arithmetic mean only. This is the arithmetic mean of all the numbers put together. That is the meaning. Okay. Now, what you are going to learn in this particular part is they will give you, listen, they'll give you 2 numbers. Okay. Let's say 2 numbers A and B are given. Now, the task is you need to insert few numbers between A and B such that the sequence forms an arithmetic progression. I'm repeating it again. Between the numbers A and B, you can insert any number you want such that the sequence will become an arithmetic progression. Suppose. How many numbers are given? There are only 2 numbers given. So if A and B are given to me, can I call it as a sequence? So
Yes,
I'll give you only 2. I'll give you only 2 numbers, can I call it as a sequence? Yes, you can. But the question is, what sequence are you going to call it as? If I give you numbers 1 and 2, what will you say about them? But what kind of a sequence is it? Because arithmetic
Sequence of natural numbers.
Natural
we
number
can say,
sequence.
so we don't know anything, right? It can be an integer sequence, it can be a whole number sequence. I don't know anything, right? So what we are going to do is between the numbers 1 and 2, we can think of adding another number such that it becomes an arithmetic progression. Logically tell me, between 1 and 2, what am I supposed to insert? What is the number I can put between these 2 numbers such that it forms an arithmetic progression?
1.5.
1.5. But how did you get that 1.5? How did you get that 1.5? That is the question.
1 plus 2 by
Mean, sir.
That's right. 1 plus 2 by 2 is the right thing. So this 1.5 is what is called as arithmetic mean. Okay. Please be careful. The number which is inserted between the 2 given numbers is what is called as an arithmetic mean. And this sequence is called as arithmetic progression. Now I'm going to generalize it. So if one arithmetic mean is to be inserted between A and B, okay, then it is given by the expression capital A is equal to A plus B divided by 2, where this capital A is called as arithmetic mean. I'll show you the derivation for this. Observe. So the proof is A is a number, B is a number, other number, right? Between A and B, how many arithmetic means are expected? How many is expected here? We need one arithmetic mean. So if I call that between two numbers A and B, I want one arithmetic mean. So what is the meaning of arithmetic mean? When you add that number in between two numbers, the sequence will become an arithmetic progression, correct? So A, B are the given numbers. If I insert this A, then what is the condition for arithmetic progression? Capital A minus small a should be equal to B minus capital A. What is capital A minus small a? It is the difference between those two numbers. B minus capital A is the difference between those two numbers. So if I rearrange and solve this, if I bring capital A this side, small a to the other side, 2 times A will be equal to A plus B, then capital A will be equal to A plus B divided by 2. Am I clear? Did you understand how this has come out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm giving you some random numbers. Insert example. Okay. Insert one arithmetic mean between 2 and 5. Answer. It will be 2 plus 5 divided by 2. What is it? It will be
3.5.
3. So if I put 3.5 in between 2 and 5, then what will happen? That whole sequence will become an arithmetic progression. Simple? Yes? Simple or tough? Okay. So when the challenge is about, or when the task is about inserting one arithmetic mean, yes, it is easy. Now the question is, if they ask you to put n arithmetic means between A and B, then what will you do? If n arithmetic means are to be placed between the given numbers, what are the given numbers? A and B, then how are you going to solve them? What is going to be the formula? Meaning I'm asking you something like this. Between 2 and 5, I want you to put two numbers in such a way that the sequence is arithmetic progression. Okay. Shall we start the derivation? Shall we see how to solve this?
Yes, sir.
So if A is one number, B is another number. Between A and B, how many arithmetic means are expected? It is n. I hope this is clear. Right? Now, this is the first term. See, remember, arithmetic mean is represented by the symbol capital A. Okay. So, this is the first term. A1 will be the second term. This will be the third term. An will be the n plus 1th term. And B will be the n plus 2th term. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is our target? our target is to put the arithmetic means. Arithmetic means are going to produce arithmetic progression. But what is the basic definition of arithmetic progression tell us? The common difference, the difference between the consecutive numbers is going to be constant, right? So, if the common difference, that is not given C, the common difference between any two consecutive numbers in the sequence is D. Okay. Then can I write B is equal to, B is what term? The last term. B is which term? It is n plus
second.
N plus second, right? So how do you write? We know that general term is what? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Correct? So B will be equal to first term plus, in the place of n, what should I write?
N plus 2.
It should write n plus 2 minus 1 is in the formula into common difference D. Accepted? So D will be equal to B minus A divided by n plus 1. Means if you are able to find the common difference, since you know the first term, it is easy for us to write the sequence. So when they ask you to place n arithmetic means between the two given numbers, the step you are supposed to follow is find the common difference with the given numbers and the number of terms expected, and then solve the problem. I'll show you an example, then you can copy this. So example. So tell me some two numbers now. Between 1 and let's say 10, 3 arithmetic means are to be placed. Find the resulting sequence. So between 1 and 10, we are expected to place 3 arithmetic means and we need to find the resulting sequence. How do we do this? So first find common difference. So what is the formula for common difference? This is A, this is B. Tell me. What is B?
10 minus 1 by 3 plus 1.
3 plus 1. That will be 9 by 4. So required sequence will be A plus D, A plus 2D, then A plus 3D, and what will be the last term? That will be 10. So what are the 3 arithmetic means? 1 plus 9 by 4, 1 plus 18 by 4, and 1 plus 27 by 4. That is nothing but 1, 13 by 4, 22 by 4, 31 by 4, and 10. So if you want, you can find the common difference and see it will be 9 by 4. Yes or no? Did you understand how to solve?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So make a note of this. This you would have not learned. Make a note of this. know once you're done. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So based on this, we will do few problems. So theory for exercise 9.2 is over. Now our work is to solve few problems. Okay. So let's see. See, there are maximum how many formulae? 3 to 4. Right. So I suggest you to remember the logic rather than the formula. So remember and solve, you will understand. In an AP, arithmetic progression, if nth term is n, so given is what? Am is n, and the nth term is m, where m is not equal to m. To find the pth term, right? So how to solve this? Let the first term be a and common difference be d. If that is the case, tell me guys, then what is am? A plus m minus 1 into d.
Minus
Accepted?
1D. Yes, sir.
A plus m minus 1 into d is n. Similarly, an is a plus n minus 1 into d, which is m. Okay. Now I will take this part and this part to solve. Okay. When you subtract both, a and a will get cancelled. M minus 1 minus n minus 1 into d will be equal to n minus m. So 1 and 1 will get cancelled. M minus n into d is equal to n minus m. This and this will get cancelled. So the common difference is minus 1. Is there any doubt? Is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So if I take this as 1, 2, and 3, using 3 in 1, what does it give? A plus m minus 1 into d is minus 1 is equal to n. So a minus m plus 1 is equal to n. What will a be? M plus n minus 1. Hence, AP is equal to, AP is the pth term, it will be a plus p minus 1 into d. A is m plus n minus 1 plus p minus 1 into d is minus 1. So solve for this, you will get the answer. So when you solve for this, you will get m plus n minus 1 minus p plus 1. 1 and 1 will get cancelled. M plus n minus p is the required answer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. going to the, shall I move to the next one or you're copying?
Completed, sir.
Okay. We'll go to the next one. Listen. If the sum of n terms of AP is np plus half into n into n minus 1 into q, where p and q are some constants, okay? Find the common difference. So solution is, let A be the first term and D be the common difference. Okay. Then what will be the sum of n terms in AP? It will be n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Right? This is the formula. So when you multiply this n by 2 with each term, you will have n into a plus n into n minus 1 by 2 into D. Accepted. So n into n minus 1 divided by 2 into D. Now what they have given is, given sum is n times p plus n into n minus 1 by 2 into capital Q. Let this be equation number 2. So comparing 2 with 1, what do we get? The first term will be
A is
capital
equal to
P.
P.
So A is equal to capital P, D is equal to Q. That's it. That's the answer. So the common difference will be Q. Clear? So I'm moving on to the next question. This one. The sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions are in the ratio 3n plus 8 is to 7n plus 15. Repeating it, the sum of n terms of two arithmetic progressions are in the ratio 3n plus 8n is to 7n plus 15. Find the ratio of their 12th terms. So the solution is, right? So let the first term and common difference in both the progressions be A and B. Correct my statement? So there is a mistake.
Yes, sir.
Sorry? There is a mistake in this. There is something wrong in what I wrote.
The two different arithmetic progression, no,
Exactly.
sir.
Yes. Yes. That is what you need. That is why
Both A and D will be different.
both A and D will be different. That is why they are asking the ratio of their 12th terms. They never ask the 12th term. You can never find the 12th term with the information which we have. Data is insufficient. You can only find the ratio. Okay. So first term and common difference of first progression B, A1 and D1. Similarly, first term and common difference of second progression be A2 and D2. Okay. Now the question is, what is given? Sn1 is to Sn2, or I will write it like this. S1n is to S2n. Means sum of the first sequence of n terms is to sum of the second sequence of the n terms is equal to 3n plus 8 is to 7n plus 15. Correct? So what is S? Sum of the first n terms of the first sequence, it will be A1 plus n minus 1 into D1 divided by A2 plus n minus 1 into D2 is equal to 3n plus 8 divided by 7n plus 15. Clear?
Yes, sir.
The thing is, what is the ratio of the 12th terms? So generally, how will you write the 12th term? You will write it as A1 plus 11D by A2 plus 11D is equal to what? That's what they're asking. Right? So, what is to find? A1 plus 11D is to A2 plus 11D1 is equal to what? So to get that, substitute what value?
12 in place of n.
So substitute 12 in, or you can say substitute n is equal to 12 in first equation. Then you will get A1 plus 11D divided by A2 plus 11D2 will be equal to 36 plus 8, 44 divided by 12 8s, 12 7s is 84, 84 plus 15,
90.
so this will be the required answer. Is it clear? So the required ratio will be 4:9. Right? So we will stop with this for today. In tomorrow's class, we'll do a few more problems, then I'll explain geometric progression also. Okay. Any other doubt from today's class?
Could you show the sum, sir?
I didn't get you.
Could you just show the sum for some time?
Oh, you want to copy it? Yeah. Right.
Done, sir. Thank you.
Okay then. So if there are any doubts, you can ask, or else we can wind up.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay then, we can wind up.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.